I thought we could use something a little more lighthearted, a little more entertaining after that, kind of recharge the soul. So this
Nick
week,
was crushed by
Yeah,
Manchester
he
by the
was
Sea.
traumatized by it.
I wanted to die.
Nick was like, I don't know if I can come back from this.
Luckily, we did. We're back in full force. Um,
Here we are.
so
After some rehab stints, we're back.
Some deliberation for sure.
Some not real rehab.
So for this podcast, I ended up going with one of my favorite anime. It's not my favorite in terms of like rating or plotline or anything, but it's because of the world they're able to build visually and what they're able to do really without writing too much of an extensive plot. So I went with Redline. Redline is a 2009 anime released by Madhouse and directed by Takashi Koike. Sorry if I apologize. Sorry if I apologize. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. But you're a rock star. So this movie, it was a bit of a flop at first, kind of like one of those like cult classic type films. Didn't really do too well in its theatrical release. I'd liken it, to something like Akira, whereas it came out beautifully, but it didn't do too well, and they kind of went a little bankrupt because they did spend so much time drawing so many frames. In this case, 100,000 to be exact, all hand-drawn frames, which took about 7 years. It's actually originally, they started producing it in 2003 or 2002, and then after that, there was also originally an OVA released as like a like marketing OVA type of thing about two of the characters. I forget their names right now, but they're the duo partner, the two double racers in the.
There's a couple of those though.
The girls or there's a couple of duos.
There
actually,
are like
not like the girls, not the bounty hunters, but
the magic guys, or what were they?
Army.
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah. The former Robo World guys.
Yeah, there's a short little episode about them. I haven't got to check it out yet, but it looks pretty sweet.
I would like to watch that, yeah.
Visually doesn't look anything really like the movie.
Really?
Just cool little extra world background.
It wouldn't have the same budget.
This is just a breathtaking movie. There's no what's the word I'm looking for?
Seems like
no effort lost in any frame. No effort lost in any frame, even small little detail shots. And you see this in the opening scene of the movie. It opens up on just like a pan and shot looking straight down at the ground at garbage and like pistachios on the ground. Somehow this whole team, I should say, I'm sure this was a team that made this. They somehow made pistachios,
one dude made the whole movie.
Some of the most beautiful looking little garbage on the ground, and then you got everything from detail shots to the cool action shots of the actual races, foot shots of the different pedals and kind of like the ode to
foot shots.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, pedal shots, man.
Like Quentin Tarantino special, dude.
And the break.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think the bright spots, I don't know, brights. That's a bad word for lack of
highlights.
The highlights of this are to be found in the spectacle of it, and I wouldn't say necessarily the plot, because the plot is just kind of like insane. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, and they don't dwell on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really give you
much like a race. They're kind of just shooting on through.
Yeah,
it's one of the most unique looking movies that I've ever seen. But
it looks fucking sweet. Dude,
I feel like it really shines during like the racing parts of it, but like during the when the other stuff is happening, it's like, why are we drawing these characters' faces like contorting in all these different ways? It's like so detailed that it's like, but why? It's a little bit like a meat canyon video.
I think sometimes it's intentionally meant to be funny, like the overly stylized faces that they use.
Well,
overly realistic.
Well, for them hurling through the fucking well,
he's talking about outside of the movie, or it's not outside of the movie, outside of the races. Whenever they're not racing, and their faces are like super over textualized and stuff like that. I know what he's talking about.
Like when the paparazzi was all like around him, like when
yeah.
his leg was broken, they were all just like jammed and their faces were like.
They are
That's
also
not, that's not look sweet though.
they are also like
but it's
alien
like, why?
creatures.
Yeah,
I do get what he means.
It was
like,
weird.
You wouldn't expect usually. I feel like in animation for them to put that much effort into that scene. Do you understand? Like I feel like I'm not saying he's like they would be bad, but like I'm talking about the detail of it. Like
I don't really watch anime. I'm probably the least anime person here, but I feel like those big shots with a lot of stuff are usually an excuse to kind of draw maybe like a still and not really put effort into it.
You put a little less detail in because you don't need as much, but and then just sometimes they were putting so much detail into their faces, it just felt a little out of place. Like I don't think it means a bad. I think I just saying I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's just really unique. Yeah.
That's definitely because I could agree with that 100%. Because like you said, the races is where it shines the most. Like that's where those look the best. Like when they're fucking like flying and their faces like contort and stuff like that. It looks sweet. It looks cool. That's the one thing I want to say. Here, let me say mine real quick. Is racing movies are just kind of fucking cool, and so like going all in on the just like making it seem cool as fuck factor was the best choice. I mean, that's what makes it entertaining, and I think that's all it's trying to be. Like this is like how long is the movie? An hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Sit down.
Hour 42.
Still hour 42. Like sit down, enjoy a sweet fucking ride, and then you're out. Like I don't think you're meant to like dwell on this for the next year of your life. I
don't know. I for one enjoyed a lot of the there wasn't like a ton, but I enjoyed like the world building that was at place here. Like it wasn't like so like there wasn't like huge amounts of exposition, but there were like subtle things that you kind of like picked up on, like the fact that like there's like this like robot like fascist
Robo
planet world. Robo world, and that there's like a satellite moon of theirs within their jurisdiction that a bunch of refugees live on. Like I don't know, I thought all that kind of, and like all the consistency of like the kind of like species of aliens that you see all throughout. Like they're like the dog people, they're like those weird like almost kind of cat looking people.
They like ET almost looking aliens too, the ones that were smoking the hookah.
Yeah, like all those like little things, like little like, subtle touches, I really enjoyed. So,
I felt like this movie, like what this movie is, and the plot of the movie would have worked like better as like a kids movie. But then there's like the random like swear word and like the random like nudity and shit. It's like wait,
the nudity
that was really funny though.
Yeah, that was
funny.
Fan service without a doubt.
No, that was funny though. That was a good joke.
When their tits are out of nowhere, you're like, whoa.
No, because the joke was that her thing. Yeah, she's like, oh, my butt is just like right on camera, and then it cuts and her tits are just hanging out.
Tits are on. No, yeah, I didn't say it wasn't funny, but I was just like in the context of the movie, it was like whoa, tits in my fucking face out of nowhere. Like they're just you weren't expecting nudity for sure.
Yeah,
especially being animation, you kind of see it a little less now. Who wants to see dong?
I think I think that's pretty much a rule for all movies. But
yeah, no one wants to see dong in your movie.
That's a cross genre, cross era consistency.
There is not a lot of dong shots in movies when you think about it.
There wasn't dong in Possession, right?
There was almost dong.
Have we watched a movie with a dick in it?
I've watched that video like 20 times, and I remember us discussing the almost dong. We saw
frame by frame instant replay, and he was analyzing the potential penis shots.
There was almost
just
dong.
out of frame.
There was almost dong in Casino Royale, I think.
Oh, when he gets hit in the balls. Yeah. When he gets hit in the balls. No, I guess you get the undercarriage on that one. I wonder if he really hung his balls under there, and they really hit him with the. What the fuck are those things called?
I think it was just a piece of rope.
Flail?
A pendulum? I don't know.
No, it's a certain type of rope. I know that's meant to fuck you up, but I digress. We don't need to talk about. We don't need to talk about my hobbies right now. We can talk about that later.
Cock and ball torture.
yeah. It's all off screen.
I'm mentally asking so he can add it to his Amazon.
Yeah, I was trying to buy it actually.
Yeah, Nate's setup is off screen. You can't see it right now.
But I like completely lost track of where I was for a second. But I wanted to say because I remember it being like my favorite part of this movie is the sound, especially like the very beginning. The soundtrack is badass. Like And once again, like, it does such a good job of like visually pulling you into it, especially for like an animated movie, because like making racing seem fucking sweet in animation. I like, it's like there's a lot of cool animated racing movies, but that's got to be difficult. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, yeah.
I don't understand how they make that look so sick.
To make it that fluid is how I would describe it. Every racing anime I've seen, it feels like almost like they're lagging a bit with the way the animation.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can look at it easily throughout the years. I mean, for people that have seen it, but like you start like Akira, where it's like it wasn't really a racing anime, but the bikes driving was like the biggest thing with just the lines, and then you see that in this still today, which is obviously like modernized. It's super interesting.
Well, and also too with the,
sorry for the people that haven't seen it here.
Yeah, the faces too, like, you know, like you feel the momentum of them just like being hurled across the freaking.
Well, just like we were talking about, with their like, where they like suddenly put in a lot more detail to their face to like express the like, I don't know. There's like actually words for that, like when you put certain little facial features additionally on it.
Did they make the music for this movie just for the movie, or was it like other like popular music?
They do make
just for the movie. I believe.
That's crazy then, because that's a really good.
They'll have like whole orchestras work on this stuff, dude. Like, it's kind of insane.
Who were the two girl racers? They made their own song.
Yeah, in real, like, it was them.
Yeah, they made their own song for the.
What was it called? What was their name? The Pun Pun Girls? What was it or something?
Yeah, it was something.
Putty Puri Girls. Yeah,
they were the Super Boyns, right? Is that
Super Boyns? The Super Boyns.
And they were from the.
Isn't Boyne like the manga sound effect for like something bouncing?
I mean,
what is it? Is it Boy Boy and Boss Boss?
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
But
Boy and Boss Boss. We'll need to like put down a whole like chart of
list of their names.
Everyone's
names are, bro. I don't have any names. I kind of remember JP. What's the chick's name?
What's the chick's
Sonashi? Is that who it is?
Sonashi.
Sonashi. Come on.
Sonashi. Yeah, I don't know. I forgot her name, but I remember the character. I just forget her name. He does scream it a lot, like in weird situations, like in situations that always kind of bug me. Like you ever watch fucking The Other Guys? When he's like freedom and slams the pedal, that's what he does with her name, and it really like fucks with me because that's all I can see when he does it.
The way that they animate, I think the weight of the races and how they're able to capture like the intensity is amplified by the way that they animate the stuff, like how they're willing to distort everything.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And because when they accelerate, the cars would like distort and stretch, and it kind of adds to that. Whereas if you were going for a more realistic animation, you couldn't have the car stretch at all or anything like that.
It'd be harder to show that,
I think the way that this is animated is very, like, it leans itself into this. I think it adds to the success of the movie.
And unfortunately, Sam, there are a lot of people that get turned off by this, like, sort of like kind of more stylized, you know, like where you can kind of notice like a bit of like more.
It's over the top, you know.
I want my cartoons to be realistic.
Yeah, like even more like sort of not like flaws, but like you can like notice like the in betweens of like the frames a bit more, you know, like flaws like that. So a lot of people want like, you know, to reinterpolate it to gotta be 60 FPS, dude. Like, ugh.
I will say, like, my big strong point, and I was like talking about how the world doesn't really like blow me away. Like, I mean, it's funny. I think, like, the Robo World is kind of a cool idea, but I do think the two main characters, and even, what's his buddy's name? The one that's, like, kind of
mechanic, or...
Not the mechanic, the older, kind of, like, who's runs his bets. Yeah, exactly. I can't think of what you call it.
Frisbee?
Give me 1 second. Yes,
Frisbee? Yeah, Frisbee. He ends up being a really cool character. Even the mechanic, too. But, like, the two main characters, I actually really like their, like, both their little story, because it really has nothing to do with like what's going on in the outside world, and like their relationship, I think, is actually pretty sweet. Like his little backstory with her, and her like, because like I think that's one of the things they always have in anime is like the person that tries really hard and is somehow like super endearing. You know what I mean? Like tries so hard you can't help but not like them. I always think that's cool.
Yeah. Although
that ends up being the chick in and it ends up being the chick in this one. You know, like that's kind of a little interesting switch up because usually that's the guy. I feel like in most of these shows.
Yeah, I feel like you usually make it the main character. Honestly.
Yeah. So it was an made JP's character more likable. His whole wanting to look cool idea versus being cool. Look, like I said, that stuff. Love it. Love that part of the movie.
See, my biggest complaint probably was the way like the movie ended. Like it ended with
it does just end.
Yeah, because I have no.
It does just kind of end, doesn't
like,
it?
Well, so that leads me to a question I wanted to ask you guys actually. So I'm still not sure where I fall on this ending, but there's fan theories that Sonoshi and JP actually died at the end of the movie.
Oh,
I mean, honestly,
And
that
that's why it's like
that.
that's why it's so abrupt and like they're floating
But
in the air.
it's
and all
kind
that
of
stuff.
like Grease, where the rat like that's like a theory with like Grease, but it's like so weird that you're like it seems like it was just in the movie naturally. Like you know what I mean? The movie is weird the whole fucking time. Like
so you don't question it.
yeah, I was like, oh yeah, it just
was
ended
there
there.
to show after they won the race? Like what else was
But
there?
it also cut white. Well, I mean, like I feel like you could have just like
maybe like have
right after,
JC
or just like
Shinoshi,
walking off,
what
you
happens
know,
in the
like
real world.
or win the race, you know, like not just kind of like
What
end
happens to the
rated.
contestants?
yeah.
There's a
Well,
lot to
I
that
wanted
show.
to see more of like the sort of like rekindling of the relationship between like the trio, like JP and the mechanic and
Frisbee.
like, forearm guy, because like and again like the way that like their
It's
story
safe
was
today.
like interspersed throughout the whole movie. Like I liked like the idea of like they had like their aspirations to make it big in racing, but then of course he fell into the mafia and they got stuck in like a tough situation of having to like throw races all the time. So, but like we didn't.
Yeah, what happens after?
We didn't get that.
Well, that's why it's interesting too for JP because he kind of, I mean, he wasn't a quitter, but that's where he gets like the mindset that like he can't do it. You know what I mean? And which is
He
what's
doesn't want to
interesting.
risk Frisbee's life.
Yeah, well, less.
their
I
betting
mean, just like the idea that he can't win. You know, because that's why he kind of reserves himself.
Their betting
to it.
strategy is too complicated. Like we're
I
gonna
was
throw the
confused,
start,
too.
and then we're gonna almost win, and then we're gonna lose.
throw again.
Like
Yeah,
what?
like,
Just
why would you want to lower the odds to have him not like lower the odds to make him look bad, but then still not have him win? Like, what were they betting to?
just bet on him to win.
Yeah, that part I don't get.
They wouldn't be able to switch the bets back, I would assume, by right at the end, right? Like that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah,
So you bet when he's like in last, and then you win big.
because if you're betting for him to lose, why would you want him? Like, why would you want to make him look worse? That would make you
Maybe they
win less
wanted.
money.
I don't know. Like you want people
They
to bet
could
on
have
him
bet
last minute
on-
while he's rising in the ranks, and then
They-
they
but
don't get the payout back. That's the only reason I could think.
I was gonna say maybe they bet on
Oh.
Sonoshi or they bet on somebody else. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
they bet a machine head
Or Machine Head.
or machine head.
Machine Head.
Dude,
The
Machine
only
Head
thing I can think
weird
of
as
is-
fuck, bro. All right, so dude, who do you think had the coolest car? Like that's one thing about this dude that like I did not like
I think
Machine
Sweet
Head's car.
JP's.
Well, Machine Head
JP's
is his
sick.
car, so does
Yeah,
that
Machine
count
Head-
as a car?
he
or
was his
Machine
car.
Head?
I don't know. His car looks
You just don't
dumb,
like
bro.
Machine Head.
Machine Head's number one.
Machine? No, it isn't, bro. It looks dumb. Like
Easily.
it looks like a giant ship, bro. I want to see a cool looking car.
Amazing.
Did you telling me the one where they're in the robot lady's tits isn't the best car? No, that I didn't like their idea. I'm trying to think. What was the? Was it the people that left the militaries that was pretty sweet?
Yeah, theirs was actually pretty cool.
One of the guys I'm trying to remember had a pretty sweet one.
I like Sonoshi.
No, it was a duo. Which one was hers? What does hers look like? Fuck.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I'm trying
JP's
to think of how to describe
JP
it.
had the
JP's
Turismo.
JP's
The
is pretty
Turismo
sick.
is hard. It is pretty hard. That's actually, I mean, that's like, dude, you're making a racing movie. You gotta have a hard car. That's 101, bro. You can't have a shit box. Like, well, I guess you could, but it gotta look cool.
Okay, the worst is definitely the police guy's car.
That's zero.
Yeah, that guy sucked.
Oh, hers is fucking sweet. All right, I'll
Yeah.
take that too. That is a good choice. I like that one. Hers might beat JP, but hers gets destroyed early on, doesn't it? Well, not really early.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yeah,
But-
like every racer goes out of their way to fuck hers up in particular. Like,
Yeah, they're really mean to her for some reason.
Because
How
she's
did
number
none of the
one.
racers die driving through a war zone and like a giant like kaiju boss battle halfway through and like
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we ever gonna talk about like the nuclear fucking whales and whatever the other?
Wait, what if
Nuclear whale.
Joy Boy.
what if Nick is onto something about that theory? That like, what if all of the racers died?
They were all dead the
Everybody
whole time.
died.
They all died.
You know?
See, I don't
Dude.
know if I would say they all died, but because you can only I mean, obviously it's a movie, so they're having you focus on Sony.
It is so weird when they're back like
JP.
behind them at the end. Like they all get fucked up and then they're all racing behind them at the end. Somehow. Like it was like what?
JP dies in the beginning of the movie, and he doesn't wake up in the hospital bed.
JP's actually in a coma the whole time.
Oh my god!
What?
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
That's
wait,
what
no,
happens.
yeah, like he died after the car. The car.
There
crash.
actually is no aliens or dogs. It's just like he's just in a coma, bro. He's just on Earth, like in Nevada, dude, just racing.
Oh wait, he wasn't. Because there are like people from Earth in this movie. Like
I don't know.
there's
Are
that,
they from
that-
Earth, or are they just humans?
I thought those two duo
Oh, no.
that duo of guys. I forget their names, but they were from Earth. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they mentioned Earth. I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I honestly have no clue. I don't know if they were. I remember them saying.
I don't know if JP was from Earth either, but
JP seems
Probably.
way too cool to be from Earth.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Sonashi clearly looks
Oh.
human. I don't
No,
know how
JP was definitely a
is.
Martian.
He's
Earth
so
is
cool. He has
crazy.
to be from Earth.
he's a Martian.
He's not from bitch ass Robo World. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
a bitch ass Robo World, dude.
It's crazy how
All my
fast
ops
the
are from
military
Roto
is.
World, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little Robo World racist. I don't really
Well,
like
I mean,
them.
like
Robo race.
They are the racist.
yeah, they were.
Like racism with more
I
racism.
I
Do they-
actually fit in there.
They
It's
actually were
Do they
racist.
actually
They
not-
they
do
hated
they not, like-
racers.
Did they not like not robot people, or were they just assholes? Like in
Were
general?
they even all
I think it's
robots?
more so
That
they're
was
just assholes. Yes.
that's
Yeah.
one thing. I wasn't even sure. Were Robo World's people even all robots, or was they just called Robo World? Because I swear to God, there was people that were human. It
No,
just
they
lived
are
like on there.
robots. It's like
Yeah. It's just to be
it's a little bit
funny.
like a refugee land too, probably. But this is we don't know because there's not enough background. I would only assume it's on like some like Hell Divers or Starship Troopers stuff where they're actually like going over to planets, taking them over, and then like calling these people refugees.
Why
Yeah.
did they have all the nukes and everything or whatever it was
Because
in
they
the first
They're the
place?
bad guys.
Why does
they're
Robo
bad. They're
World
bad
have
guys.
nukes?
Yeah.
Why does Robo World have
And
nukes?
I
Like,
still don't understand why they would host this this Redline.
Why
on-
do they have
No, they
Rebellion
they,
camps?
they didn't. They
If
didn't.
why do they have-
World
if the
didn't
leader-
approve it.
Why did they have the race there? The hosts of the Redline, whoever that is. Why would they have it on this planet if
They-
the leaders?
they
I
wanted
felt
it-
like it was a bit of a rebellious.
They
thing.
wanted
Like, I
it to
don't
be
think-
like as dangerous as possible.
yeah,
So
But it-
there's definitely.
but it's also like the
dangerous
cool
aspect.
factor. The cool.
Well, there's the
factor.
dangerous factor, there's the cool factor, but then don't forget there is the part where there's like this. I mean, it's partly for the race, but who knows? It feels like it could be like kind of political backlore. You know how they sneak
Yeah.
in and sabotage. That part of
How did
whatever
they
it was.
just
It was for the like space cannon or something. They were sabotaging.
Yeah, there was
Who knows?
like
Maybe there was also some other like covert operations.
It was,
going
like,
on.
veiled-
How do they just show
Not
up at the
telling us
plane
enough.
at the end or the base at the end? How do they show up there? Remember, because they're like, "Where's the end gonna be at?" And then it just kind of shows up.
So
I
earlier
forget
in
how
the
does that
movie-
happen.
That's the. So the Boings or whatever the Boing girls we're talking
The
about.
Boing Boings?
They're from a planet like a magic planet.
Yeah, they have
And their
magic, I know
princess,
that.
she just uses some like.
Oh, so
some
it was
magic
literally
to pull it
magic.
up. Yeah, because earlier in the movie, they asked her how they're like, how are they gonna get to the end? And she's like, oh, don't worry, I have a plan.
Dude, this movie just feels like the writers sat in a room and made a list of like stuff they
What they
thought
thought
was
would be
cool,
cool. Yeah,
and they just threw it all in there, and they connected the dots later.
threw it at the wall to see what had happened.
I forgot there was magic, but like there has to be magic.
There's
everything
magic.
else.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
it
They,
was,
they weren't allowed to use their magic powers. in
I
the
think
race.
it was exclusive
Mm-hmm.
to that like
Race.
that planet. Yeah.
Planet, universe, and whatever it was.
I wish I just was more attached to Robo World. Like I really didn't. I really kind of didn't.
The introduction
You know
to
what I
Robo
mean?
World.
I hate Robo World.
The introduction to
Fuck
Robo World was hilarious.
They just
to
didn't
me.
feel
I loved
human
it.
to me.
That was
I don't
that
know.
was a banger.
Anything about
That
this movie feel human to you?
I was being a dickhead.
Dude,
But
I thought Robo World was going to be the sickest place ever, just because the name Robo World sounds so.
you were like,
cool.
yes, dude. You were thinking like the wrong genre. Like, oh no. It turned out to be like Terminator robots.
Someone was trying to reason that Machine Head was actually Sonashi McLaren's dad. So the
Why is her
reason
last
Yeah,
name McLaren?
they had
What?
like
I don't know.
What?
They
just be a
had,
stage name,
like-
you know.
like
That's true.
they established some kind of relationship between them, like at like the that
in the
restaurant.
scene. Yeah.
Oh yeah, when they attacked the restaurant or not?
Yeah, so
whatever.
the theory basically is, so the first thing they mentioned, and they obviously seem kind of buddy, kind of like you're saying, like they have a relationship. Um, First thing he asked her about is the steam lights. Like, oh, like, do you still have the steam light, or like, are you going to use it this race? um, and she's saying like her dad. She mentions to JP. She's like, oh, my dad gave me this, way back. And the first thing he asked her about is that. And then later on, he's like, you going to use what I gave you, or like, and then boom. I don't know if he actually said like I gave it to you, but he asked her again later in the race, like, you gonna use the steam light, or are you too scared this time?
And then he
and then
uses
they
one
also
too.
Sorry, this is going back to our other theory too. I just want to get it out real quick. They mentioned earlier in the movie that the steam light in the same restaurant scene actually. They mention about how the steam light is too dangerous, and that's why no one's ever used it in a car because it's impossible, and that you'll just blow up. And that's where the other part.
I
Of the
do remember
theory
that
at the end comes with them dying because they use the steam light.
I mean, like, I don't see how they
Weird, too, that they were just
survive.
exploding. Yeah,
See, that's the thing too. I don't see how they survive what they did. Like, they're gonna get shot down by the terrorists anyway. Like,
well, maybe it is meant to be ambiguous.
it seems like they kind of die at the end anyway. To be honest, like
The
they,
only way I could
I choose not to
picture
believe
them
that.
living is if like the magic people saved them somehow. Like that's the only
Mhm.
thing I could, because they're
I
like
think-
floating at the end.
I think personally they deserve to die. Like, let's be real.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
It's come
goes
full
on to-
circle on Robo World.
Damn, dude, you're not making it to you're not even getting past yellow line. All right,
I'm not making it to robot heaven, dude.
you're
No. I don't like, dude. I'm just saying, I don't want these U's racing around my neighborhood either, dude. I kind of agree with Robo World. You got these guys with their loud engines in your neighborhood at 3 a.m. You'd be pissed in your like galaxy. You'd be pissed too.
I don't think
Well,
that
couldn't
was
they just
their
be like-
concern.
Why didn't they try to stop the race beforehand instead of like during it?
they
And then
did.
be
Robo
easier?
World? I mean,
Did they?
how are you going to stop someone from dropping in out of space in a from a zone that's not in their jurisdiction, military wise?
Yeah,
And I don't think they knew where the race was going to be on the planet. Like there was no like track. I mean, they finished in a, the racers didn't even know where the finish was.
No.
yeah, and they didn't want to
And,
play all their cards either.
I also don't understand how they would be at risk of them discovering the bioweapon if, like, anybody coming to film your planet can discover it. Like, that's on Robo World.
And I think that's partially like playing into like the idea of like the veiled like attempts at the other planets to like get involved in like sabotaging their military operations. So because I think like is Redline is like a organization or something, right? Like it's got like
In the movie or in real life?
in the movie, in the context.
It's
of
a
it.
series of races it's a part of, essentially. It's like every 5 years they hold the yellow line, and then there's the red line, and then there's the yellow line, and like the
green
prequel races for it,
line.
the prelims.
Because they were sort of like implied to have like a bit more power than like would be like let on, sort of like some kind of like private entity that has their hands in a lot of different places. So
Can we assume that Funky Boy, what was his name, destroys the whole planet basically? Like how would they stop him? Can we just assume that
Funky Boy.
everyone's dead on Robo World?
Yeah, I
That
don't
would
know.
make sense.
Does
Robo
Funky
World's
Boy
lost.
win, or does the Robo World like Admiral General guy, who absorbs himself? He gets absorbed into the other like supernatural monster, or does he win? Who knows? Who you guys taking?
I'm Team Funky Boy.
Dude, yeah, I have no idea. Like,
I think I'd also be Funky Boy. Yeah.
Dude, no, I don't know.
Funky Boy's got a better name.
Funky Boy is a sweet name. I
we
think I
didn't
got
even
it.
know the other guy's name, so
No, he was
Robo Commander, shut up.
Lieutenant
Shut up, bitch.
Yeah.
something.
Robo
He's not
General.
important.
Funky Boy's got main character syndrome, like he's gonna win. He's
No,
unstoppable
that guy
until
had
it's
main
over.
character syndrome.
Funky Boy kind of smashes JP for real though. Like JP doesn't stand a chance. What's his name? JP, right? I'm not wrong
Is
on
it
that.
Colonel Volton? Is that the guy's
Yeah,
name?
I think it was Colonel.
That
It
is
was
his
Colonel
name, Colonel
Volton.
Colonel Volton, bro. That's crazy. That sounds like a fascist dictator right there.
And their leader was just Mr. President, right? Like, did they?
He was
ever
Robo
say
World
his
president.
name?
Yeah, the president of Robo World.
President of Robo World.
He doesn't need a name.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Man, what was the fate of the president? What happened to him? I don't remember.
Oh, the president?
Yeah.
Or
I
the...
don't think
Does
I
he
don't think they
die?
showed.
Yeah, I don't think that came up.
I
I don't
He
think
just
he
kind of
was probably
disappeared
pissed
after they
'cause-
send Colonel Voltano.
They are
They
for
just-
sure going to impose sanctions on Robo World.
Yeah.
After
Dude,
after
Robo-
this one.
the Robo World is not getting any more trade deals.
Yeah, there's gonna be some heavy embargoes.
JP stands for Joshua Punkhead.
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh god, I'm glad he changed it. Like holy shit.
Punkhead's kind of
Hello.
Joshua Punkhead? Bro?
Yeah.
That is trash, dude. That's like 40. That is like 40 syllables. Like, I don't know. I do not fuck with that.
It's
shit.
too hard
That's
to
like
know
say.
it.
JP.
Ain't no saying all that. Yeah, JP. I'd be embarrassed, bro.
Sweet JP.
I'm not saying all that. It's like
Sweet
5
JP,
syllables.
exactly.
Joshua Punkhead, bro. Like what? I ain't calling nobody Punkhead.
Yeah,
That's
it's gonna be
crazy.
Bro, but that's his aesthetic. You gotta call him that.
Yeah, dude.
Well, I'm glad he changed it because it
He's
works
a punk
better.
with the Elvis
pretty
pompadour.
fire.
Dude, he had a sweet car, a sweet pompadour.
He has
So
a sweet
realistically,
car. That's what he's got going for him.
I think his
Yeah, like-
motorcycle was cooler than his car.
and
His
now
car
we
was
got
kind
a
of shit compared to everyone else.
and now we got a bad. Shut the fuck up! And now we got a bad bitch on his
Slow.
side in heaven. So
Yeah.
but in hell,
He
in hell.
exploded.
Let's be honest. Yeah,
I
he
mean,
just.
hey, if he did die,
Bro, actually, it would have been really funny
you said.
if you watch the credits and then like at the end of the credits there was just their corpses like burning alive. Like,
He
No,
died a very hot, fiery death.
No, like, it's like in loving memory of JP and Sonoshi.
and Sonoshi, and it's like, yeah, well, it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, instead of just ended on like the love, like goofy animation.
No, it ends on that, and then it fades out, and then you just see them burning to death, like freaking out.
You
It
just see
fades out past
gravestones.
the TV screen, and it's the racers who said they weren't gonna go. And they're like, I knew that was gonna happen.
Idiot.
Like I called it, dude. I told you that was gonna happen.
And you get used to it quick, but
Like a
when they're talking to themselves out loud and inside their car, but they're not talking to
And
like
they
a
hear each
team,
other?
They're
They're
just
talking to each other?
themselves. They're like, "Oh, you think you're gonna do this? How about I do this?" And it's like,
But-
are you talking to a crew team, or are you
No,
just
but
saying
the
this?
racers are like responding to each other, even though they're in different.
Even though they're in
cars.
different cars, yeah, they
Yeah.
like it's like no way they could hear each other.
Yeah.
It's like what?
There's like a
I
there's,
mean, if you're,
I
if
feel
you're
like-
in a,
there's
in
game
a
I feel like
chat
race
for the
like that, I'd
races.
probably be talking to myself to keep myself level headed.
Yeah, but they're answering. They're answering each other. That's
Oh,
where it's like
I
what?
talk to myself all the
That's
time.
fair.
They're
No,
like,
but
"Oh,
the-
how about I try?
They're
this?"
answering the other person is what he mean. Like they're like they
No, I
could
get
hear
what
the
you
other
mean.
guy. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I do think that's like because of like probably from like Speed Racer because I feel like that used to happen in that show all the time. You would just like see the picture of him in his car and he'd be like, "How did he used to talk?" Fucking father.
Oh.
They're coming on my right. Like,
Matter
su-
of fact.
Oh, yeah, like super precise. Well, because that was like really old, and so I don't think they knew like had any idea how to lip sync. So instead of like making it fit, they would just be like, "Father, where are you now?" Like just make it really fast, and they can't correct it then. Like
Why do you guys think they call him Sweet JP?
I don't know.
He's a
I
sweetheart.
honestly
Confused by that, too.
I thought it was weird every time they called him Sweet. I would like his nickname's already JP. Like why are you adding another one, bro?
He's like the only one that's like a known criminal too.
Oh,
Like I feel like they
what-
could have gave him a badass nickname. But
I always
What
thought that
was,
was kind of like a
uh,
bat. Like I thought that was just like them hyping him up.
What was
Is he like
Sonoshi's
actually a
nickname?
criminal?
She had a
Well,
weird-
he got caught.
Cherry-
he was
cherry
breaking
cherry
one
boy,
race is what
right?
happened.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It was
then, okay.
long.
Cherry Boy or something like that.
Yeah, like,
It was Cherry Boy.
something like that.
Sonoshi's
Sonoshi's, yes.
nickname.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
Cherry
Cherry Boy lover. That's what it like. She's like the
Yeah, it
hunter or
was
something. Cherry
the
Boy
Cherry
Hunter.
Boy Hunter.
Yeah, the Cherry Boy Hunter.
Well, yeah, they
that's
didn't.
bad too.
Somebody gave her that. Like that, she didn't come up with that on her own.
It
And she
probably sounds.
hates it.
I'm gonna be honest. It probably sounds way cooler in Japanese. Like I think they're just calling her a whore. Is what it sounds like.
I'm on the Redline fandom wiki, and it says her aliases are Cherry Boy Hunter, and then goddess in parentheses by JP.
I don't know.
That's like the
Oh no,
first
he
thing
does.
he
He
says
does.
when
He says
sees
my
her.
goddess. No, he says my goddess later on too. Like when he says why he can't lose.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
the first time he sees her in the race, though. Like you could tell, like he was digging her from the beginning. He's like, "Oh, she's a goddess."
Oh yeah, yeah. I do think the flashback is funny. It's a cool scene. Whenever she wrecks, and they're literally just talking shit to her, like just being absolute dickheads. They're just like, just quit. It's cool. You know, you did better than most people would. Like, wow, wait, who the fuck would do that?
I think they were being kind of supportive. I didn't think they were being like crazy.
JP wasn't
assholes.
talking shit. The people around them were for sure
Oh,
talking.
They were.
shit.
I was about to say the vibes were definitely shit talky. Like and it definitely Sonoshi took it as shit talk too. So don't.
Like,
And
I
of
think
course-
they just didn't
Inspired
care.
than
They're like,
anything, I
you'll
would
get
say.
him next time.
And
blah,
JP
blah, blah.
didn't do anything to defend her. He didn't say anything.
He's being a little pussy. Well, because he's the same way as them. He doesn't want to try because he thinks he's gonna lose.
He was too scared to, but I don't know. That seemed to kick him into action. That and the cool gangster looking driver who in the flashback too. You know,
They keep showing up. I think that was supposed to be. This is weird, but even when I watched, I think that was supposed to be like a flashback of a flashback. Like that's the reason he felt like that's why he thought that was cool and wanted to be like that. And she made him think of why he wanted to do it in the first place. You know what I mean? Like that's what it seemed like. Like, does that make any sense? Because the scene
I
seems
get what you're saying.
it seems super random in the scene because he just shows up and you're like, what is happening? I think it's meant to be like him thinking about the very first time he thought that racing was cool. You know what I mean?
And then, of course, that guy turns out to be a complete scumbag
Dickhead.
too.
Yeah, scumbag. Yeah, so I actually wanted to talk about that because that scene is weird, but I think that's what it's meant to be.
Guy?
The guy like in the beginning, like in the flashback, like the cool guy.
Yeah,
he's like he becomes like the mafia boss basically.
Okay, that I was gonna ask you
is that
guys
the
if you
same
caught
guy?
that. Yeah.
I missed that. I completely missed that.
Yeah, because
I read
he has
that
his
one
two
was a bit of a
like
fan
shatas
theory.
behind.
He dies, right?
Yeah, he gets his head blown off. By a
Oh,
big
yeah.
Yeah,
shotgun.
Spider-Man
He does.
comes in fucking
He shows up
blazing.
and fucks them up,
He just
dude.
He's
kills
drunk,
the head of the
too.
mafia, and they're like, they're gonna die. Like, there's no way there's just two people there.
Oh
Like,
my god, everyone dies in the end.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of
everyone's
people.
dead.
Everyone is dead, dude. They just nuked the planet. They just nuked Robo World.
But as we learn, winning the red line is what matters.
Yeah.
Even if you die, there's no rules to it. So I mean, even if you die, if your dead bodies cross the finish line first, I mean,
you're the winner.
yeah.
You're the winner.
So then, like a question that I guess that makes me think of like, what ultimately, with that in mind, like, what do you think the like goal, the intended like theme of this movie is, in context of like, you know, as like ultimately like a sports movie, I guess you could say, like a racing movie.
mhm.
Well,
What do you think the takeaway should be?
I'd quite literally say just to look cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's definitely a big part of it. I was gonna say one thing that I think it does well throughout all of it is like why people are so passionate about racing and shit like that. Like it makes you feel like I'm trying to think of a good word for it though. Like why people enjoy doing that. You know what I mean?
Love
like-
the sport.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it makes you feel their perspective on it. Like people who love racing, you're like, well, yeah, I can see why this is awesome. You know, like I think that's why it's important for him seeing that guy and thinking that's so cool and being his start is like super relatable because it's like a lot of people are just like, wow, this looks awesome. You try it one day and you're like, wow, this is the best thing I've ever done in my life. You know, and it's just that was his inspiration. I think.
But that of course ended up being like,
I was gonna say
in a way like not a downfall, but it sent him down the wrong path.
Yeah. I was gonna say it ended up being, but I don't feel like that's the message, you know, obviously, because there's also him like, it's just to still go for it, you know, like in the end, he still wants to race and stuff, but don't let them, because he's clearly like being held back the whole time by people just telling him to be a loser. Pretty much, like just more even honestly, kind of forcing him to be a loser in this case. Like they make him do that shit. But that's why I think at the start it's important that he's like, I'm quitting like right now. Like I'm done doing this.
And the thing too is like JP is he clearly like cares about the racing, because like when they say
he's really into the sport of it. Yeah.
Well, because when they say like there are no rules, you can do whatever you want. He's like, I'm not trying to kill anybody. I don't.
That's not what I'm here for. Yeah, I want to be a racer.
Yeah.
That brings us full circle. That's why they call him Sweet JP.
Oh, because he won't try to kill anybody.
He didn't bring any.
Yeah, he didn't try to kill anyone.
Yeah, he didn't try to kill anybody. Which is cool, though. Once again, making him a more likable character. Yeah, I feel like that's what this movie is really about. That was my point that I didn't really ever get back to, but I think it really is just about why people love racing and trying to express that to people. It was more like this movie really does feel. It's more like a feeling than like a story. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, the plot isn't the most essential part. The world's cool. I never said it wasn't cool.
No, yeah.
It's just the plot isn't super interesting. Like, I'm not saying not interesting, but not like the most depth to it.
I mean, what even is
just
plot?
whatever they
win
want
the
it to
race?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, there's like a kind of like World War II scenario going on in the background. Like,
it's like the plot.
JP might be Franz Ferdinand. Who knows? Like, it
definitely seems like one of those events. That happens.
Yeah, it's like what Redline 2 is actually like fucking it's a holy war. It's like
the First Galactic War start. Well, you see, they had these wacky races.
Dude, wait, let me tell you about these wacky ass races that were going on.
There's this poor gambling addicted wacky racer named JP who got murdered on Robo World.
Who died with some chick. I don't know why he picked her up in the middle of the race and he just like died with her.
And it was revealed that the coalition forces had invaded Robo World.
On that same day, they also assassinated the Robo dictator.
Mr.
President.
Mr. President, yeah.
What's like Robot Franz? That's what I was gonna go. If I couldn't think of a robotic name.
Well, Franz Ferdinand was the Archduke, so.
But he was the one that died. That was the point, though. He was the one that got fucked up.
If you think about it, in the intro, they set it up talking about how it's something like along the lines of in a world where like flying cars and hovercrafts are now a thing. The people of Redline still are in love with like classical
street racing and
old
shit.
Street racing type cars. Yes, exactly. And thinking of the intro, this is just a random tidbit. I'm thinking about it. The fact that this was Takashi Koike's directorial debut.
Right.
He also puts his own name on screen in the intro. Directed by Takashi Koike. Like, imagine having the balls to do that on your first fucking director debut.
Proud of
it.
Did they say it out loud?
Yo, it's literally out loud. Yes.
Yeah. I thought I remembered that. That's crazy.
Directed by.
Oh yeah, it's in the song, right?
What does Madhouse animate other than this? Like, I was trying to think about that. I couldn't remember. Madhouse animates a bunch of shit, but
didn't they do?
I have a.
It sounded familiar.
It's a big animation studio. Let me look it up.
I got you right here.
So they've been going since the 70s.
They did Perfect Blue. I mean, there's one right there. They
did Badlands Rumble. They did some Trigun stuff before.
Yeah, that's fucking sweet.
They've done all of
they did a
Satoshi
Hunter movie.
They did Paprika. These are all sweet animated movies. So.
Yeah, they did all the really good Hunter movies.
Well, they did Hunter, like the
that was gonna say, did they do the
Yeah.
Wait, did they do Old
series.
Bleach? Oh, that's a movie, or maybe that is the show. But if they did Bleach, that's pretty sweet.
They did Summer Wars. That's a wonderful slice of life anime.
Yeah, so they've been some pretty sweet ones. They have one of my favorites with Perfect Blue right there. So it's a pretty sweet animation studio.
I don't know if Nate, you would love Metropolis.
I've never seen that. I don't know what that is.
It's a cyberpunk anime.
Yeah, I'd love it probably then. But yeah, that's cool. I just wanted to ask that. I saw that and I knew the name, but I couldn't think of what else they did. So it's just interesting to know.
So out of curiosity,
that's another big one.
Because you guys clearly love anime, I'm just wondering, do you have a preference towards that over like Western animated movies or shows?
No.
They're very different. Like, that's a hard thing to say. Like,
yeah, they're different things.
If you're saying which one I do like better, I would say I like more anime better than most Western animation, I guess, because it's just kind of different. Does that make any sense? Like, there's a lot more mature content out of anime. Then they're like, well, just Eastern animation, then Western animation. Because Western, it's weird because Western people still, it's gotten better, but very much see it as like a children's medium. And it's very strange because it's not completely like, I get like, it's definitely a good medium for children. You know what I mean? Like that's in the simple benefit of it, but that's not saying it can't be for adults.
It's a good medium for telling any
story. I try to tell people that all the time. I'm like, so look, if you like, because I know like shonen anime is what everyone hears about. It's like you don't even have to watch that. Like that is, look, you're missing out. But if that's not your thing, there's so many types of
Anime
shows you can watch.
Everybody
That you would be blown away by the stuff you could get into.
Yeah.
Definitely, I would suggest anybody, even if it's not like anime specifically, just more animation.
That's a good question, Cole, because like,
fuck you.
For like, sometimes there is like, I don't want to say like there's like xenophobia and then like reverse xenophobia towards like those kind of things where like people like are very dismissive towards like something like anime because it's from another country.
Yeah, it's foreign.
But then, like, there are also people who are like
they overhype it.
They're like, only anime is good. Western animation is all terrible. It's like
I should add that it is. I mean, it's just kind of also interesting to see a perspective from any different culture in a story. Like that's just why even old legends and like myths I think are sweet to learn about. Just the cultural perspective is so intriguing. But I think that's obviously a benefit to anime automatically. But I'm not saying like that's one of the cool things about animation in general is you can take from so many different movies in general too, kind of, but animation more than any other. Like you look at Avatar: The Last Airbender, I think is a perfect example that took from like so many different cultures and meshed it into its own insane creative like expression of all those cultures. Like that's what animation is fucking for. Like it's you can do shit like that and it creates this like, well, you can do it in anything. I'm not saying you can't. That I should specify. It's not necessarily works better, but it is more effective, I guess, because like there's a lot more restrictive parts of travel, and like you can't go from one place to another as easily in real life to like film, or you gotta fake it. Like you could just like you could be in Antarctica and then the next minute be in the desert in like the Sahara for fucking animation. You don't have to actually travel there. Yeah, just another benefit to the art form, or even outer space, like in this movie. I didn't even think of that. Like alien worlds, you just make it up. Which then again, that's why movies like fucking Star Wars are sweet. Like because that's one thing they did amazingly well. You think of like, I always remember the Family Guy joke where it's like, oh dude, they added this extended scene with like 10 more aliens in it. It's like what, like like that's what makes it feel so cool because it makes it feel like its own lived-in world.
Yeah, because like they went to like Tunisia, I think.
They went to Tatooine.
Yeah, they shot on location.
Sorry, I don't even know what you're talking about, John. What were you saying?
I believe it's in Tunisia, John.
Yeah, the Star Wars.
In Star Wars, okay.
Yes, yeah.
Do you guys remember those like switchblade combs everyone had?
I had one.
Wait, no, his switchblade comb was hard in this.
Yeah, he brought that out, and so many memories came back because I thought those things were so sick.
He made it look cool, dude. I wish I had one. That would be sweet, right?
He didn't get their stupid asses, dude.
It's perfect. That's when I knew the movie would be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I finally accepted that this was a good movie.
How fucking gross did the food in the restaurant seem?
Dude, I remember that. Wait, I'm glad you said that because I remember that and being like, this is like anti-Studio Ghibli movie, bro. Like the gross food, bro. Were they like trying to set up a new universe, like where Ghibli is like the good-looking food that you just want to crush, bro, and then everyone in this one is disgusting.
And then the crab-looking robot guy just comes in and slurps it the fuck up.
There was that one old lady too that worked at the store that was super mean for no reason, and then wasn't in the rest of the movie, bro. Like that was the only scene. She showed up at one scene later to be like, "Yeah," it's like you didn't even like him. You were mean to him. You were a real bully to him.
She's been through some shit, man. I don't know.
She was old as dirt.
RoboWorld's been, I don't know. They've been.
She does live on RoboWorld, dude. I mean, how would you expect to act on RoboWorld?
He gives her, or she gives him, like a half-empty cigarette
container. Yeah, cheats him out of all of his money, pretty much.
That part was pretty cool.
Dude, I think if I watched more anime, I'd be addicted to cigarettes because they always make them look cool as shit.
Hell
Dude,
yeah.
they think cigarettes are
Cowboy
cool as
Bebop.
fuck. Yeah, cigarettes. You'd be smoking
That is
cigarettes
the
after Cowboy
thing.
Bebop.
Is that like you cannot deny that cigarettes look cool as shit to smoke. Like
Yeah.
Oh yeah, whether
Nah,
it's
I
cool
in
disagree.
movies,
Cigarettes are not cool.
I would just
no,
not.
they're not cool. They look cool to smoke.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Yeah.
Cigarettes are cool if you smoke them, everybody. Sponsored by Cigarettes.
Some friends are not telling
If
me
we
to
get a
smoke
cigarette
cigarettes.
sponsor.
I'm
then
not helping
my
the
tune
issue.
change.
I'm perpetuating the problem.
Cigarettes
Put
do not.
anything in your body unless it has
When
a
I start
cancer
getting-
warning on the box.
Yeah,
When I start getting
please.
these Newport checks.
Yeah, big tobacco. Reach out. Come on. I added some pictures of the smoking stuff in the group chat just because I was curious, and so we can reference them later. And because I wanted to say once again, I know I already said this, but I just really want to try whatever it is these aliens are smoking on. 'Cause
Well,
it looks on
yeah,
their
you,
face
you
after, like,
really want to take a drag right now, don't you? You
dude, I'd
got
be fiending.
you got a
I mean,
craving.
look at them after.
I've never needed a Nick stick more in my life.
So kind of like how I said when I started this movie, this is like easily one of my top 5 favorite anime movie, but in terms of like substance and plotline content in it, I wouldn't put this in like top 5 or anything for me, but visually, this is easily top 3, top 5 for me in terms of animation. So with that all said, and with this beautiful world that they were able to build, beautiful and exhilarating world, I'll say, I'd probably give this a solid 7.
I love how we all are like,
Yeah.
good
Respectable.
point, good point. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna go for like 9.
I was curious. I was curious when Nick was gonna give it more
Well,
than
no, I'm
anybody.
gonna be. That's why I just want to be genuine and honest. Like, I love this fucking
Yeah.
movie, but
This is a movie that is kind of hard to rate. I
I
feel,
feel like this
like
is a sevens across the board kind of movie.
we'll see. We'll see. All right, who was?
Chris? You wanna take
Yeah,
it away?
well, since
yeah,
you're
you
going
might as
number
well.
two.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you love racing and or anime, then this movie is
Pretty
probably like great for you. The visuals and the soundtrack are both really good, but for me, it's a 7 out of 10.
well, I'm
I
surprised.
love
you didn't go
the.
lower.
I know, he really made it sound like
if you
you
like
fucking-
racing and anime. This is the
and or anime.
There's the title. There's the title.
Yeah.
There it
Do you
is.
like racing and or anime? I'll go next. I mean, because I'm not gonna really have anything special here. So I was kind of debating the 7 or the 8, and I kind of agree with the 7 because I feel like it just doesn't blow me away with anything else. But the style and the soundtrack is fucking amazing. Obviously, I think it's a cool watch. I just don't think I ever fall in love with it. Really, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't blow me away. Well, that's not true because the animation does blow you away, but that's really about it for me on this movie. That like it could bump it to a 10 out of 10. Like, the animation for me is a 10, maybe the soundtrack too, but other than that, I don't know.
The one thing I would like to add to my review is like they don't outright, put a lot of the back lore, world lore. It's all done visually and lots of times in the
Yeah.
background. So this is one of the movies where I would say if you do want more back lore, you're gonna
Watch
have
it
to
again.
rewatch it multiple times and like really actively try to pay attention and nitpick things.
Like frame pick shit.
But like otherwise, yeah, I mean, if this is a standalone movie, yeah, I mean, 6 or 7 still is what I would go with.
I think 6 would be harsh. Personally.
6 is very harsh because of how much the visuals and sound make up for it. Yeah.
Well, then let me go.
It
Because
just so happens that I was gonna give it a 3.
I think it's a 6, but a 6 is above average.
It is. It
You
is.
know.
It is. I do think it's harsh. What do you think makes it a 6?
I think this movie for me is just like fun, but like it's not.
Not fun enough.
Well, no, I mean it's just like a good movie to like turn your brain off. For me, like to just turn my brain off and
No,
just
for
watch
sure.
it, but like it's just not more than that for me. But I'm certainly glad I watched it. Like it was fun.
I
but,
do think the animation is worth it alone. Like
yeah.
that one fact would bring you into the movie.
I mean, it's pretty as well. But yeah, I mean, 6 is above average, so
Dude, I'm gonna slide right in behind Cole. I'm giving it a 6 too.
Ooh.
But I like this movie more than I didn't, and I genuinely would rewatch it Like I could see myself rewatching it like more than.
This is a fun like at a party kind of movie, you know? Like you could throw this on the background.
Like,
it wouldn't pull too much attention, but you'd be like, "That was sick," you know? Like
or throw it on. Like
I don't know.
I'd
be stuck looking at it the whole time. I won't lie.
It's a good. I feel like it's a good popcorn movie, and it's a good like just fun kind of like actiony race kind of movie. The plot is probably what dings it the most for me, because they kind of don't dwell on stuff enough to build it and like escalate the stakes emotionally, I feel. And when they do try to put in the emotional stuff, they kind of just tack it on when they need it. Like when they need to be there to be stakes, there is. And
yeah, I know
especially I feel that towards the end, like they're like, actually, I'm in love with Sonoshi, and I have been for a long time. So now this race matters extra more.
Hinted at, all right. It's not like that part wasn't set up.
Also, I do want to add, as soon as Chris said everyone's gonna put 7, 7s were off the board for me.
Well, yeah, of course.
It actually lowered 1 point when he said that.
So if that, that might have influenced it. Who knows?
I would say, because I said it earlier though, that I do think this is like the type of movie, and I enjoy it. That is like a you just feel it type of movie, and I think that more to me is a positive. Like, I think that is another thing that pulls it up to a 7 at least for me. Like, doesn't stop it from just being above average, or not doesn't, but does stop it from just being above average. Because I gave Avatar a 7, so like I feel very similar. Even though we talked a lot more shit when watching Avatar,
we're gonna come full circle on the Avatar review, where we're gonna have to watch it again, and everyone's gonna have to remember again that how good of a movie it is, and how much it's fun to talk shit on, but it's actually good.
And we made fun of. We talked so much shit about it the first time we talked about it. I liked it, dude. I did. I gave it a 7, but it was way more fun to just make fun of.
Well, go ahead, John.
Do we wait for John or do Chris?
Yeah.
Oh wait, Chris went. I forgot. Sorry,
yeah, Chris already went.
Yeah, like I think I reciprocate a lot of the feelings about like obviously how great the animation is and like how just like good the spectacle is. I think I enjoy the like aspects of the world building and story elements a bit more than you guys did. I think there are a lot of things I appreciated about it a bit more, but of course it was let down for me by the ending, the abruptness of the ending, and like what the ending was ultimately.
I like
it.
But overall,
Chris, like, why do you just gotta be like the opposite?
No, you guys are just hating on this ending. Like I thought, like what more could there? It was good. It was good.
More anything else?
Yeah, like that was the whole point of what they said.
The race ended. Like what do you want?
There's like resolution and like
there was character in there somewhere.
One or two ways. So you could have done like a quick little 20-minute wrap up showing some of the racers who did survive and shown maybe the ones who did die. Because like we said earlier, a whole fuck ton of them died. Not only
at least should have died.
Oh well.
They were all overworld
side
soldiers
characters
they had out there too. They just fucking sacrificed them.
Yeah, because like again,
like they had their character moments before the race ended. I feel.
Yeah, so you could do like a quick 20-minute recap of that, or kind of like John said earlier, you could have added this on to like a whole new movie, or done an hour, like half-hour edition of some sort of military raid after, because it does seem like they were clearly, setting this up for something else. There's some other like underlying stuff going on in this world.
Yeah,
in terms of military.
But see, that's why I feel like I get what you mean by it was kind of setting it up. But I felt like, especially by the end, I was like, it really wasn't that important, and I never got that caught up in it, at least. So for me, it never felt like it was meant to be that important, Like maybe just more fun teasers to throw at you than like actual plot for another movie.
Yeah,
does that make sense? Or not even another movie for later. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it could have used more resolution in the end for all.
I would agree.
All the players involved. So all the Redliners.
Well, I disagree. All right, are we spinning the wheel?
Thank you, Chris.
I need my scale.
He didn't even rate it, you dick.
I need my scale.
Oh, yeah,
from
I'm sorry.
What was the guy's name? The Robo President, and what was his right hand man's name?
Volton.
From Volton and Robo President to the Superboyns.
The Superboyns
movie.
That's a good dude. So John's like
the Superboyns.
This is John's first 10 out of 10 movie.
Yeah. Of course.
I think it's time now, Chris. You were chomping at the bit to bring it up.
Dude,
Bring
I'm
up the
jumping
wheel,
at
Chris.
bit.
Chris got a.
I'm excited to see what he
JPEG in
did with the
back.
wheel. Like Chris probably switched the whole wheel up.
All right,
That's why it's
spin the wheel.
so long.
Come on.
So bad.
Come on.
Let's go. Let's
Oh
go,
my
dude. Let's
God.
go.
No way!
Wait.
Not cool, not cool.
It's Sam.
With Sam.
Let's
yeah.
go.
Let's go. I
Let's
would much
go.
rather it be Sam than Cole. Fuck Cole.
What the hell? I was
It
gonna
should have
pick
been.
some
It should have been
gas.
me. It should have been me.
Dude, you were gonna do airplane
All right.
mode part 2.
Sam,
I
lay it on
am
us.
picking airplane mode again. No,
That'd be crazy.
I am picking. I think it's 2008's Never Back Down, a
Forgot
2008
you said you were
movie
doing
about high school people beating each other up.
What a
and
high
it's,
school MMA.
It's I don't know. I won't give anything away about this movie.
Who's in this
movie?
movie?
Never
I think a fun
seen
one.
or heard of it.
Amber
fuck.
Heard is in this movie.
Michael J. White's in it, isn't he? No, he
Michael J.
isn't.
White- no, he isn't. He's in the second one.
He's in the second one. Okay.
The
I've never
trainer
even seen a
guy.
picture of this before.
The
Who is
trainer
the
guy's
trainer?
famous, but I can't remember his name.
What his name? Yeah, I can't remember his name either. The girlfriend.
And,
Oh my god, the girlfriend's fucking
It's Amber Heard.
Amber Heard. That's
Amber
right.
Heard, dude. Vintage
and
Amber Heard.
the villain's a pretty big actor. He was a cool villain actor back in the day. I used to really like every movie he was in.
Yeah,
Can't
this
remember his
movie
name,
is kind of silly. I think
It's kind of like
But
Karate
I
Kid.
think this,
It was considered like it's like the modern Karate Kid. That's like the best way to think about it. It's a pretty sweet movie. I personally.
yeah, it's
think so.
like Karate Kid if there was like no honor whatsoever.
Yeah, if it was.
involved at all.
I mean, like think about when it came out, 2008, dude. Like what the fuck? No one
Yeah.
gave a shit in 2008, dude.
Yeah, this movie's gonna be a fun one, I think, to watch.
Well, I am excited.
And a
Yeah,
good
we're
review.
going for 2 fun movies in a row. We're really
This- yeah,
trying to
this-
come. We're really trying to come back from Manchester by the Sea here.
This is a fun movie for me to watch. I think it's gonna be another one of those like. If you like it, it's not going to be because it's a good movie. It's going to be because it's like, hell yeah.
Well, no, we got to
It's
go
pretty,
in.
It's pretty hell yeah. But
What's a hell yeah, brother?
All right.
I like to think we're all just depressed from Manchester by the Sea. Like none of us have come back
Still.
from that.
No, I
yet.
thought it was.
Yeah.
I was
think
like the odd one out. I thought it was
genuinely
funny.
No one
I'll
has
never
returned.
bounce back.
No one has came back from that. That'd be like a crazy thing. Like years from now, they have like a documentary. Like we all killed ourselves one by one, like slowly over time. Just eliminated.
I was the first because like I tried to mask the pain by thinking
He's
like,
the fir-
it was
he's the
really
first
funny
one to-
actually. It was really
To
funny.
prove it was a funny movie, John watched it a second time and didn't survive.
He didn't make it through twice.
That review needs a fucking trigger warning.
Bro, wait. That's
Alright.
actually a funny idea.
Goodbye. We love you.